Hey everyone, Delta and Myra back for another video. Today is Friday. I'm feeling a bit better from yesterday, so happy to see it. I don't know why I'm saying so much. I decided that I'm gonna, use my two packs here. I'm really going for Lunala. That's the card I really want to pull because, I'm running a psychic deck and I really want to pull my yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. You don't know how much I wanted to pull that card. Yes! Okay, we're hyped. We are hyped, everyone. This card I really want to implement in my deck. I'm running a psychic deck. Currently, I've been playing around with it a little bit. I did have a good win streak, but I kept unfortunately running into decks that were countering me, and I was trying to think of ways I could better battle. Oh my gosh, what is my luck right now? Straight into an execute shiny. Wow. Okay. That's okay, we will take that. Heck yeah. As I was saying about my deck, I've been running let's see, I'm pretty sure, here, let's see, I think it's this one, yeah. So I've been running like the Tapu Lele. I had a one fire in there just because, I keep running into these Meowscarados and they're just destroying me. So, really not fun fighting against them. So now that I have, the great old Lunala, I can throw that in there. And I'm thinking I'll probably go Mewtwo as well. Yeah, I think Mewtwo sounds about right. Because, obvious reasons with Lunala's ability, you're able to move so much psychic energy. And I think that would fit very well. Part of me is also considering Rayquaza, but with all the fighting decks running, well, okay, Rayquaza not even weak to Rampardos in the fighting decks. It is a colorless type, but it has a electric weakness, so perhaps I'll edit it. And I think from now on, maybe I'll go with Ray, because Ray can spread damage, and I do a Pokemon that. You know what? Yeah, I think that might be the move. Who will accelerate energy? Maybe I could run a Spoink. Single Prizer. But I have to attack, though. That's not going to be good. And I think I'll keep Garantina. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud right here. But let's get through this game. So, Oricorio is one of kind of like the staple cards in my deck. I run it with Tapus, as you saw. I think I have a 2-line of them. I might have taken one out for this. And then I have, Guaranteed Accelerate Energy, and also to, it hits the hardest on the team as of now. And, well, now, not now, because now I have Mewtwo on it, but previously it was 2 Ocorios, 2 Tapus, 1 Garantina, and 1 Oricorio, as you can see. And I really like this team. I thought of it myself. I just really like running decks that, I thought of, and decks that I think would be really good. I don't really try to play specifically like the meta decks. Like, I didn't touch Dark Ray Garantina not once last season. Yes, I had both cards. I've actually pulled 3 of the special, well, I'm going to call them special illustration rare Garantinas. I don't know if that's the correct terminology for it in this game. Maybe it'll be altered, I'm not sure, but I've pulled that card right there. I've pulled 3 of them somehow. I don't know how. But yeah, that happened. So we have that going on, and I just really like playing decks that I have fun with. I don't want to be sitting up there playing a deck that's super meta, but is boring to me. I'm not doing that. Especially now that I'm starting in Ultra Low, as opposed to, last season where I had to grind all the way up. I do like how they knocked us down to levels. I sadly didn't reach my Master Ball in the first ever season, which is kind of disappointing, but guys, I had so much going on. I had work, I went on vacation for a week, so it was a whole week that I really wasn't playing wasn't grinding. I kind of also started a bit slow. I underestimated how many wins it would take to get the Master Ball status, so there was that in there too. It just, yeah, it was not going to happen. But if I can promise anything here, I'm getting to Master Ball this season. It's going to happen, especially with the deck I have. I think I can knock out a great amount of decks, to be honest. Obviously, there are going to be decks that counter it, but I feel like I can move around it pretty well. But I do have to figure a few things out. See, I want to run Rayquaza, I really do. I'm thinking, who? Yeah, I'm going to figure it out. I definitely see, because now I have 3 Rayquazas, you know, the promos, I have the 2. Then I got out of packs, or maybe even got 3 out of packs, and then I have the fuller one that you get from completing the missions. I think it's like 50 battles right now, currently in the game. If you do that, you should get the Rayquaza. So we're right around the corner there. Or not right around the corner. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. My mind is all over the place. So we completed that, is what I meant to say. This deck gives me a bit of trouble. The damn Wooper's having a time of its life, poisoning my whole deck. But we can work around it, for sure. Also, it's great that if I, bring up an attacker that isn't poisoned, I'm only going to be getting hit for 60, I think 80. Because, we're psychic. They're dark. You guys know how it works. Ooh. I think I'm just tired. I'm over here yawning and everything. Get a lot of sleep. That's my advice to you guys. When I work on weekends, sometimes I've literally gone to work with barely any sleep, and I mean barely any sleep. And I grind on the weekends, guys. I do I think I've said this before, I do both 12 hours Saturday and Sunday, so it is, it's hard doing that on basically no sleep. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Get your sleep in. So here he is, right here. Clodsire doing its thing. I've got my Tina. I'm trying to think best course of action here. If I go down, obviously, it's game. So I have to adjust myself in a way that makes sense. There we go. There's our Mewtwo. I think I should be out of reach if I use Pokemon Center Lady. If I could get Pokemon Center Lady, use that, I should be okay. But now we're gonna, get some damage. And that's another reason I love Lele. It's so, guys, for 1 energy, you can just do things like this. You got a nice 60 damage. Granted, I did use red, but it would have been 40 damage. That's still enough. Well, no, I think Clodsire has the cape on it, but if it didn't have cape, that would clearly be enough for me to knock down the HP and get a W right there. Also, I love how Lele is psychic, but it doesn't have the same darkness weakness that plenty of them do. Granted, because it's kind of like a fairy type in the game, but we will take that. So they're probably just gonna go after this. Got my fingers crossed that they don't have a Cyrus, because it's game over if they do. I'm destroyed if they pull out a Cyrus here. I don't know if it's just me, but some people say they're getting quicker games this season. I'm getting some pretty long games. They're just, both people not wanting to really give up anything. I've finally turned over the new leaf that I do concede sometimes nowadays because, obvious reasons. Like, if I'm up against a deck and there's just no way, I'm not going to sit there wasting both of our time. That's not okay. But it's looking good for me. I think I got the W here. Yep. Alright, here we are. So, wow, and they conceded. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Try to stay healthy. and I'll see you on the next video. I'm gonna tweak this deck, and you guys will see the next video when I make. It's gonna be way better. So yeah, have a good one.